With the popularity of CGI-fest science fiction films, action films sporting all-star Hollywood casts, and big-budget war films, simple, original comedies may seem as though they have little place in today's theaters. These films are often seen as a cheap break from big blockbusters that tend to sell the large percentage of tickets. Though the comedy feature is far from dead, recent trends may cause audiences to wonder, do comedy films still have a place in today's theaters? Since the birth of film, comedy has always been an important part of the movie-going experience. Originally created as a type of vaudeville, relying purely on visual comedy, such as slapstick. Advancements in film and in the audience's tastes have forced comedy films to change over time into something completely different today.
And this is where guys like Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton and Three Stooges and the Marx Brothers, Abbott and Costello, Laurel and Hardy, all of those early film comedians came from the vaudeville tradition. So when they made the transition into film, they brought that comic sensibility to film with them. A lot of comedy nowadays tends to lean a little more toward the absurd, which has always been a thing. I mean, the theater of the absurd has been around for a very long time, but it's becoming more and more prevalent.
Today, comedy films sometimes struggle to find an audience, often requiring a cast of A-list stars and an action-driven plot to get people in the theater. And when you can find just as many laughs by turning on the TV, Netflix, or any other streaming service, competition is fierce.
To me, there's something about seeing a comedy in a movie theater that is different than watching it at home. You get the community aspect of it.
But lately, live-action comedy films have not fared well in theaters. The House, starring Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler, coming in 6th in the box office in its first weekend. Wonder Woman 2 places above it in its 5th weekend. And the reviews aren't much better, with almost all of this year's most anticipated comedy films coming in rotten on the popular critical movie review site Rotten Tomatoes.
I go to the movies relatively often. The last time I saw a movie in a theater would have been last Thursday. I saw Spider-Man on its opening night. The last time I saw a comedy is a lot more difficult. I believe it would have been probably Ace Ventura 2.
Well, when I look for a comedy, it's just, I don't know, I look for the cast particularly, because the good comedy cast is what would really define a movie, because their chemistry really drives everything. I mean, bad comedies are bad, but they're not awful, because like a bad drama, that's going to be awful, but a bad comedy, it's still going to be fun. So like if I like the actor and it still has bad reviews, I might still go see it.
For now, Hollywood doesn't seem to be done with comedies, with many more comedy films already lined up for 2018, including Holmes and Watson, which will be an exciting reunion of Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly for fans of Step Brothers.
I think we will still have theatrical comedies. I think the nature of those is going to shift because the various models for distribution are being shaken up right now because of all the online platforms. So comedy is going to be here for a long time. It's just how are we going to consume that comedy? That's the question.
I'm Isaac Bueller, reminding you to go support comedy at your local theater. Thanks for watching.